Oh, he's a good boy. Yeah. Oh, hello there! Welcome to Trails of Cold Steel 2 Part 7. This time, at night. If we want to throw the SpongeBob reference around. Last time we finished up Keldic and all the stuff that we could do there. And have, well, made it back to Ymir. Now with additional classmates and also Claire. So we have only two bonding points that we can use on any of the 5 tracks we've got in Ymir. Feed's in the mansion, Tova's at the footbath, Magus is near the Phoenix Ring Inn, Elliot over at the tavern, and Claire over by the station. And we do have a mandatory objective! Yay! So we can't just run into our room and rest immediately. Fair play, after all. And actually, you know what? Oh, I need to just tab quickly just to make sure the information was definitely succeeded upon. I just remembered that it might have not been. Okay, it has been. Good. Okay, so we actually do have to move on over here. Where one of the fellow villagers, as it were, Gerald, once again telling me to rest, but also making sure that everything's right for some snowboarding. That's right, we've got a mini game on our hands, one that we can play at multiple points throughout the story. There will be additional courses that will be added to our collection of tracks that we can do. And the objective is to get as many flags as possible to reach the target, while also making sure we get there in the time allotted. Heading down this way will lead us to it. This is also good practice for a side quest later. Note to anyone that likes to play on Turbo, don't do this on Turbo, you will muck up. Unlike me, who doesn't do this on Turbo, because I'm smart and understand that I don't have the reflex times to be able to jump at the time needed. Anyway, this first course is a real easy one, so yeah, just make sure you get 22 of the 24 flags and get there in 1 minute 10 seconds. Well, in under that. And we did it. Oh, and we even got all the flags. So this first course should take around 50 seconds to complete. If you can do it faster than that while getting the target scored, then fair enough. There might be a line that works better. Remember to not retry or finish or low difficulty and retry, because then you'll have to do it again. Doing it the first time, doing the first course will give you the it will give you a poxy puppet. So if you want someone to come back from the dead, then you can do that. Anyway, now that we've done that, we've actually done all that we needed to do before the game would be like, yeah, you can go and, you know, carry on with the game, head off to the next locale. But there are a few other things we can do. First of all, we can go into here and sort out any of our equipment that we may have here. We can actually upgrade their stuff, which we kind of didn't earlier. Oops. And of course, we can just double check our trade, what we can trade, and whether or not we have plenty of stuff we can do so with. I want more tier bombs, that's why I did that. We even get contact lenses and some other accessories that I've noticed. Oh, if they're equipped, you have to de-equip them to be able to upgrade them. That's kind of dumb, but oh well. Okay, there's nothing new for us to really do in here. I just wanted to go in and check things. And of course, there's Ymir Valley. If you choose to head this way, you do have to call your friends to go out here. Welcome to Ymir Valley once again. However, this time, no Valley Claire. This is the perfect time to explain what Claire actually has, as she's usable in battle. Yay! She has Collider Forces her S-craft, nothing special really, outside the animation. What matters is the crafts. Mortar Mirage, a medium line of a KO 50%. Oh, that's much better than Scud Whipper. Holy shit. Plus a potential delay. Woo! As a Class A craft, this is quite nice. Frigid Wayne, a large area that can have a 100% chance of freeze, assuming they can be frozen. And Flawless Leadership. It supports everyone on the field. They get a strength and defense up, plus accelerate, meaning that we get more turns. Yippee. Seriously though, Claire actually has quite a good range of crafts. Her default ornament line is also not that bad. She starts off with the Mobius Master Course, which means yes, you do get the Mobius Master Course for free, due to her having it. A Master Course that is quite useful if you really do rely on healing items, but is also quite a nice support Master Course outside of that. Her lines are very Elliot looking with the water and space locked slots, but outside of that it is spread rather well actually. You'll know, fun fact, due to Claire and Toval's guest appearances here, they're the class's guest characters, really we're not going to waste resources on upgrading their stuff up to level 2. So the fact that they're all level 1 is really good, because it means we can just put on Rare Quartz. We can't put Reaper on there, but yeah, we don't need to put Reaper on Claire. Also, another thing to just throw at people is that if you do go into Ymir Valley, there's actually a change in enemies. See these monkeys? They weren't there before. Yeah, they're higher level, and it's nice if you want to get a little bit more experience, though you do not need it. In fact, there's no incentive in going into Ymir Valley outside of that. So, at this point, and outside of any side quests that require going up there. So anyway, now to go and do some bonding events. Let's go and talk to Toval, because I want the correct caliber. Oh yeah, Claire's accessory. We'll do that. I'll show that after we go through Toval stuff. Ween ponders why Toval is needed to be helped, and it turns out that Ween's mother has lost her wedding ring. Oh dear. So Toval and Ween now start looking for it. Their adventures cause them to just look in one direction and then look in another. Partly because of how small Ymir is, and partly because, let's face it, a small wing covered in snow is just a mess of a situation to be trying to go through. But they searched tirelessly anyway. They persevered, some may say. Somehow it ended up all the way over here, far from where she ever was during the whole Jaeger incident. But hey, we did it, and we got a bit cold. Oh dears. God, he's wearing a nice warm set of clothes as well. Ugh. Ween. They go to the mansion, hand it over, and then go to the Phoenix Wings to warm up. That's right, we get to go into the Phoenix Wings for bonding event purposes. Yay! By God, they're both topless. I've had your eyes. I'm sorry, Twitch. I didn't realise you'd reverted the thing already. Toval compliments Ween on being able to help out really well. Close-ups! Ween originally wanted to go to the army, before we took control and made him good at other things. Yeah, you were only a first year, for fuck's sake. Toval explains how he's had no one. And then ran into Mitch, who's over in Trista, last time we saw. Somehow this led to him meeting other people of various stature, of power, as well as at some point meeting Estelle and Joshua, because that manga thing that exists. And of course, being a bracer means he met all the various people that work in bracer guilds. Whether that's in Erebria or, of course, in other countries. Toval is good moral support for Ween. Yippee! And really, there's nothing more to say about that. What a nice bonding event we see. And I'm raising the chair up slightly. They stay in the bear for a while longer, off screen, so who knows what they do, enjoying the invigorating warmth. Good, there's no cold to be had. Oh, and who else shall I hang out with? Ooh. You know what, I'll hang out with... No, because I kind of want the quick caliber. But wait, what does Claire offer? Nothing! She doesn't have an accessory pre-equipped. You can't look at that, unfortunately. In reality, she does give you something, and so does our third guest character, depending on which one you've got the most Bond experience with. So chances are you'll get Toval's because if you just use him non-stop. Unfortunately, for this playthrough, I think I might go through actually using the guest characters. Let's hang out with Fee. Fee is spending time inside a warm room inside of a mansion. That seems like a good idea. I'd do that too. But Fee wants to do cooking, and Ween is going to help her practice. As of course, Fee's finally learnt that the woman's place is the kitchen. If you want to cancel me on X or whatever it's going to be called this week, then please do so. I don't use it anyway. I was just making a joke. That is a lot of food. Fee's idea is field rations. Yeah. Keeps people going in the heat of combat. So the jury knows how to cook stuff. Ta-da! Food! Nah, it's just for nutritions. It's nutritional! Then why are they dying? They haven't had it for long, you know, that's just how it is. Wayne suggests making it enjoyable for everyone. This is why Fee should have joined the cooking club, but Miriam had to as well, so yeah. And so they dabble with ingredients and eventually this went and asked Wayne's mum. Fair play to them. One thing that's always known is that a mother's cooking, it can be really good. I mean, my dad did all the cooking, but my mum did everything else, so I guess it was a fair trade. Well, no, really technically counts to... Oh, whatever, I'm not gonna go into that stuff. Anyway, this stuff suddenly looks a lot more colourful, and apparently is a lot better because of herbs. Hooray! Just remember, kids, putting in the effort is always worth it in the long run. And then if you don't bother, then you end up like me. That's not a good thing. Self-deprecation is so much fun. Yay, Fee learnt stuff. It's always nice to do that. Wow, we're a quarter of an hour in and we've yet to actually do stuff. But anyway, yeah, we get a more Bond experience with Fee, and yeah, now we're done with everything. Note, I do believe if I can open the correct map, yeah, the red objective is there, but if I go onto this map here, no, it doesn't look like to be a hidden side quest. Okay, cool, never mind. At least one or two of these Ymir bits definitely do have side quests, but I forget where, so this visit doesn't seem to contain any, which is fine by me. once resting, we'll be heading off. So you will have to just hope that you did everything you wanted to do now, instead of later. Keep in mind, if you do have any last second preparations you do want to make with the party that you do choose to go, then you can head off into the store once you're done with all the cutscenes. Just as a heads up. We get all of our AP. Apparently we did well against Luna and Senno. Please do not look at the previous part for reference, where I definitely didn't die horribly. But we get a bunch of mirror for completing some stuff, and we get up to B. We made it up to B5 already! Yay! So we get Unyielding Heart as part of rank B6, and we get the Luck Rare Quartz as part of getting to rank B5.
Keep it up.
Toval is the one that voices these bits,
nice
while
job.
it's him that's doing the job, that's doing all of this. Here's the how much AP you get. We get a grade of A, which means there's definitely something I missed. To some extent. Fuck. Ah well, we're not trying to get the S ranks, that's only if you're really looking to get everything done. But hey, the next day we get to leave, and our next location shall be determined. I already know the location, and I probably already said it multiple times in the previous parts. But where we got to go might even potentially be colder than here if it wasn't for the fact that there's snow everywhere. Spirit Path is our method of transport once again, because we can't just transport everyone in Falamar via flying. That would be too easy. To just be like, oh no, we're in a situation where everyone's going to die horribly. Quick, hop into Falamar. It just wouldn't work. Claire and Toval disappeared for a brief moment, but they've returned. Yay! And made sure that Ymir's defences are definitely well equipped, as well as communications, just in case they need to, you know, relay messages, I guess. Specifically to the Four Farmers, since we've made contact with them before. So, the idea of everyone going is rendered mute because Claire outright goes, no, we need some people just in case. Even if they might not be good at the job, they will be the defensive line when it comes to defending Ymir. Also, it makes sense that to keep our group down, because we are getting new party members, much better to do that and just save ourselves from that hassle later. And we just want Toval or Claire staying behind. So that's right. We have to now determine ourselves. Who do we want to take with us? Now, keep in mind, although we don't actually have to decide all the way until Ymir Valley, supposedly, we actually do have... Okay, this time we don't actually have a party to form because everyone fits into it, but in later visits I do believe that's how it works. Anyway, if there's any last minute thing you want to do that involves, say, certain places, then now's the time to do it. I certainly am. I'm going to upgrade that to 2. And then that's all I'll do, because I won't report on... Because I won't put report on someone. And... detection is fine. Information gives that, but a bit of speed might be better. Don't know. Actually, Elliot should have luck on him, I say. Right, anyway. Off we go! I've done all that I decided doing. Trust me, there's nothing else for us to do, not even more snowboarding. Sadly. That's not until next visit to Ymir, so... Nah. The story will advance and we'll be unable to return to Ymir for a while. Oh dears. Anywho, I wish I could get Turbo to work. No, I'm not giving out. I've decided I need to stop giving out because I've done that way too much. Way too much. Falamar reawakens to Ween's presence as per usual, and so it's time to figure out where are we going. We could go to Nord or we could go to Legram, but to be safe, making sure that everyone is still where they were supposedly previously. Thankfully, everyone seems to have stayed still. Elliot, in self-deprecation of his own accord, thinks that everyone else is fine because he's fine. Elliot. There's a Offspring song to sing about you. But anyways, since both are the same distance, it's a toss-up in a way. But actually, Ringo's, no, it's a little bit closer actually. And so it's determined. We'll go to Nord. Gee, I wonder if Gaius is there. Now, to be sure, the 3rd Armor Division's probably fine, to an extent, but they'll be having to deal with the Nordia Provisional Army. Ah, something that isn't Kurzon related. Woo! That's good news. Because everything's just Kurzon. Everyone unanimously agrees. Thank goodness I didn't want to have to undraw that circle on the map. We get to choose 2 of Class 7, and the last has to be Toval or Claire. So, since we obviously don't know who we're getting, we'd be better off pulling our singular main healer in Elliot with us, and then you can choose either Marcus or Fee. In fact, you can choose any combination of these 3 if you really want to. Now, when it comes to the other 2, Claire's level 57 status really shines brightly here, but Toval is also something I do want to get out of him. But we'll take Claire because, for the purposes of the playthrough, it'd be good to show Claire in combat, and we'll do the same with the person we're getting after Nord, because that is just the fair thing to do. If you want to organize the confirm. If you do want to go into your account menu and just reorganize any of the quartz, then you can. Yay! Although I don't think I've got any other wind-based ones for the outside of Spark Hours, so I'm not really all too keen on that. Although I'm going to steal the shield 2 off of Toval and put it on Claire. We haven't actually fully sorted out every line ever. We'll put a fade action on her because everyone else has pretty much got good stuff going for them at the moment. We're done here and we shall proceed. If we need to upgrade our equipment, we'll find ways of doing so in Nord. Marcus and Toval will take care of Ymir for us, and well, since we'll come back to it, hopefully it's fine and all that, you know? It's fine. No, it'll be fine. I'm being dumb, as per usual. And so, to the Nord Highlands we go. Good thing everyone's been in the Spirit Path now this time round, so no need to have the whole, oh wow, it's the Spirit Path, ooh. I'm just poking a little bit of fun at this now, because, you know. We do get the Spirit Path scene anyway, because we need to do the whole, oh, I wonder who we'll get thing, I think. I love saying this stuff with such confidence. It'd be a shame if we just teleported into a location and then at that very moment something happens, like, I don't know, they teleport in and they see, there's insert one of the other classmates. What are they up to? And then they just explode! That would be silly and would be certainly a way of going, wow, I didn't realise Falcom hated that character so much. They don't do that though. At least not now. Because Class 7, we need to get all the Class 7 back. They have different outfits. They are in promotional material for later games. I'll know the fate of some characters from Reverie if they suddenly show up on front covers of Kuro games. I blame anyone that talks about Kuro in front of me because I haven't played them. I don't fucking know Japanese. And Reverie is Reverie. I have next to no knowledge of Reverie. Except for things that we will not be saying here because we got to do Godzilla 3 and 4 before I'll do the playthrough of Reverie, obviously. I'm just being dumb again. We're at the Stone Circle. This is where we fought Millium. Of course, everyone here was not with us when we came to Nord. Even if you chose Marcius, that would still be the case. So great news! That means Reen has to be the only one that can actually go, yep, this is Nord Highlands. Behold, in its vastness. Oh god, we're doing Nord Highlands and we haven't got the fucking turbo thing working. No! Reen suggests going to either of the Salmon or Sanders Gate. Either's a good option because, I mean, if Sanders Gate's controlled by Noble Alliance, then oh dears, but it's the 3rd Armour Division. That wouldn't happen, would it? Would it? Nah, it probably wouldn't. And so, we now have to go through a portion of the Nord Highlands on foot! I hate myself.
Look at them flying around without a care in the world.
Oh, those birds.
Black kites? Or maybe hawks?
Yeah, could be a hawk. Anyway, now that interruption's done with, Courier Bomb in the chest. Woo! More ostrich looking things, or rather cockatiel looking things based off of Keldek.
Bring it on.
In fact, these are actually called ostrich! Ah! And ring snakes. As compared to other winged reptile forms that could exist.
Now. An opening. All right.
We do not need usefulness leadership yet.
Bring down. Here's our chance.
My heating turned on.
It's my turn.
I'm just let's just golden sphere then. I'm just gonna go off camera to take off me sweater because my heating turned on and I sit right by the radiator like the dummy I am. Right. Let's go. Oh yeah, 3 left to be up. Right then.
I'll get you up.
Oh, we're moved. Bullshit. Right then. Now they're blinded. That might be how. Oh, they also have stone. Oh, Wayne. Well, at least petrified doesn't mean they're knocked out at the very least. They'll still get experience.
Oh, that treasure chest looks really nice.
Inside this chest we get Marble Wing, which we can instantaneously just equip into Claire since we've forgotten to put anything on her. Marble Wing prevents mute. Actually, that's more of an Elliot thing. We'll put that on him, and then we'll put the citrus bottle on that. Hey, what's the other heart do again? It prevents delay and stat down. Might as well put on Claire as well. Why not? Ah, Sandergate, just over there, and we can't just jump down the side. That would be an easy route. No, we have to go all the way around. Did I complain about that in Constant 1? Yeah, probably not, because I had horses at that point. Oh, there's me. That is me doing the instinctive pressing the trigger for turbo. I need to get that. I need to figure out why it doesn't work.
Way, right?
That's a thing to do off stream.
Follow the cliff around here and we'll come out into an open area.
Is there a chest over here? There is. Right, well up here is another chest that we can get our hands on. It's a normal chest, so no need to fret on the potential monsterness. At least not yet. AP charge 2! Yay! I like using art. Don't want to fight everything while I've got to run away there. Why am I singing a whole bunch? Or at least to myself, sounding like I'm singing that. What am I doing? No. Oh. Thankfully, we get to a cutscene where supposedly they were. Oh, like a kick. Where they were supposedly just slowly walking there, and there's gunfire. Oh dears. Why? What's that in the distance? It's the 3rd Armored Division. They still have access to their resources. That's good. They've also lost some, but yeah, well, that's I guess what happens when you take on an entire army of soldiers. Coming from the direction of the watchtower. Huh. How did they achieve that? Well, I mean, they have the Pentacle. That probably is a good reason. That's probably a good way of doing so. It's not like that's the only airship, of course. They probably had access to other airships. Whether or not that those airships could get soldiers across, who knows? It's good that multiple armored divisions have learned how to deal with the soldiers to an extent. Sax here, otherwise known as an eye patch wearing general, even if they didn't actually take any soldiers out of commission, they have done a good job at making them realise, okay, we'll just withdraw, fuck that noise. And that's good news for the 3rd Armored Division for now. Clearly though, it's just hit and run tactics. There's nothing else that they're doing. They can't push into the watchtower, and they can't, and so that's all due to these tactics, can't push them into Sanders Gate. So it's a bit stalematey, but it certainly does look a bit more precarious than what the 4th Armored Division was dealing with, at least because we didn't get to see actual active combat outside of one tank firing into a soldier. Successfully, mind you. But it's good to know that the 3rd Armored Division are doing their job. I really need to consider a better place for the webcam. I've noticed that. But I don't know where it would work, especially in cutscenes. I can't keep alt-tabbing to remove it for cutscenes. Oh no, and I'm hiding Claire's face as well now. No! Well, I can see it on my screen, but obviously I'm obstructing it from viewers. Maybe that's a good thing, considering some people can be a bit weird about Claire. Once again, calling those people out on Reddit. What else do I do?
They couldn't use the railway, so that just leaves
Airships. I wonder how they've managed to get the soldiers over there. We're still running, but thankfully we now have an actual objective of which direction we're going. Sanders Gate, just over yonder there, and we're still on foot. I do like the environment of North Highlands.
Please tell me that's Sender Gate.
We're almost there.
Well, we've tired Elliot out and we haven't even been here for 5 minutes, so I say mission accomplished. I spy my little eye. Mint! What's she doing near that tank? Don't let her near a tank, oh god. But we did it, we made it to a fortified area of Imperials.
Well guarded too.
I'm not surprised. I doubt that was the first battle to take place here since the war started. I just hope the Lieutenant General is able to meet with them.
Who goes there?
For whatever reason, the Imperials are just as dumb as Noble Alliance and do not recognize
What are a
me.
bunch of civilians like you doing in a place like this? You sure don't look like you're from the settlement.
Put your hands in the air.
Please wait. We come in. While I may not be traveling in military uniform, I am Captain Claire Revelt of the Railway Military Police.
Maybe Claire should have worn her uniform. It would have made this a whole lot easier to just be like, ah, it's military, railway military police. How did the railway military police get here?
You're the icy maiden.
The rest of us are students at Thor's Military Academy. We only just arrived at the Highlands.
Likely story, bash.
Wasn't there a bunch of students from Thor's who came here on a field study a few months back? And now that you mention it, young man, you do look kind of familiar.
Rest assured, they are exactly who they claim to be.
It's nothing like getting guns pointed at you.
General. Good day, sir.
So he's...
One-Eyed Sex, aka Sex Fander, a Lieutenant General.
It has been some time, Reem Schwarzer of Class 7. I presume those of you I don't recognize are classmates whose field studies took place elsewhere.
Yep.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Good day, General.
I'm impressed you were able to make it here. The ferocity of this war raging around us grows worse by the day. Come, it would be my honor to speak with you. Field any questions you may have in my office.
One off-screen trip to his office later, we get panning shots of the insides, which we saw in COD Still 1. But we will be getting access to the stores here, which is good news for us, because yeah, I think I really should have upgraded some of the equipment. How could that have happened? So it's turned into a pincer attack for the 3rd Armored Division to deal with. Bad news on there, but well, they seem to definitely be... Well, they've been holding out, so clearly they're doing something right. The talking cat is correct. What could have possibly happened? Supposedly there's a chance the Noble Alliance has joined forces with the Republic of Calvid. Yeah, of course they would. Definitely, Well, I don't believe it for a second, and the Reen's definitely finding it oh so hard to believe, but others believe it very much so. Because of the fact that they apparently came under attack by Republican airships. So, the Watchtower got double teamed, as it were. That's unfortunate for whoever happened to be at the Watchtower at the time. Highly unlikely that Calvert and Bonia can work that well together unless there's a... Well, Celine suggests the idea of the enemy of my enemy, but what would the Noble Alliance achieve getting help from Calvert other than, now we're ruling over Bonia? Hey, hang on a second, you're trying to take Crossbow? Like, at the end of the day, the Noble Alliance would just end up fighting Calvert anyway. Also, there's apparently communication issues with others, namely Gwen, and therefore the settlement as a whole. This is unfortunate news, as obviously this would be helpful to if we could get into contact with Gwen. I wonder how they're disrupting the communications. So, where does Noble Alliance have a base of operations? Well, that sort of thing we can sort out later. Our mission, of course, is to go and get the Class 7 members that happen to be around here. And Vander really here does not want to rely on Falamar. He confirms Gaius is here. Good news for us, knowing that that's the case. The only information we can go on is the fact that the Nords been up north, preparing to move further up north to stay away from, well, the ongoing warfare, as it were. We need to ride horses. Thankfully, regardless of whether we took Toval or Claire, they'll know how to ride a horse. Wayne knows how to ride a horse, so, and we know that because Cold Steel won. The others, they don't. Ah wells. Anyways, heading on over this way will yield us our access to shops. The mechanic here can help us with any quartz that we want made, like, oh look, a Terra quartz, that could be useful. Let's see, I'm wanting a leg breaker for fee, and actually speed breaker might be better, but actually, so when that, oh yeah, the winning time slots. So leg breaker definitely, and then let's get another action. Oh, I need to buy the weapons outside of Ixion. Oh, actually, I need to exchange my Seventh. I know we'll lower. Then we customize. There we go. Now we have better weapons. Heading on into the mess hall. And Marx is still here. Talking to him, and he'll recognise Ween at the very least. And will give us the recipe for potato croquette. Wow, I actually went in for got a recipe. He's just worried about Charles, so that means Charles is over at the settlement. He wouldn't be worrying if she wasn't. Off we go. The horses are here. Yee. For whatever reason, the game decided that Fee's riding on the same horse as Ween. I had no control over it. Ah well. And with a tutorial of how to ride a horse. We're going to dismount and talk to Mint. Oh, slash Mint in half with a sword. You have fucking hell. Mint will have slightly little bit different dialogue with Elliot being there. And then we get the standard dialogue. Mint went back to Woa and somehow ended up in the North Highlands. Somehow. It's befuddling how some people can end up in places that they're not meant to be. Mint is very unuseful due to not actually having anything new to talk about here. But hey, you know, as long as she keeps herself out of trouble, being in Sandergate isn't a bad thing. And now we ride! Oh, we get caught up on stuff, and now we ride!
This is so cool.
It feels like we're one with the wind.
Gallop, gallop,
Glad I still
gallop,
remember how to
gallop,
ride
gallop,
a horse.
gallop. Woo! We're at the Cold Steel 2 portion of the we get to stare at a horse's ass. I just realised that. The fact this happens every game. That's just a portion of the game where you're just able to do that. Just can I navigate while not looking at the ass? Because I don't want Twitch to hurt me. I can.
Left of here.
But now I'm blind.
We can
Shit.
finally see Gaius' home.
Potential camera angles aside, it's just a quick trip now instead of the many minutes it would take on foot.
The settlement's dead ahead.
You think we'll find Gaius there?
If they've started evacuating, it's hard to say.
Well, then it's a simple maybe. Yes, if they're still there. No, if they're not there. Don't know why it needs to be so intrigued of the whole, we might not, but who knows, and the dread of everything going horribly wrong. The emptiness of the settlement means that they've already evacuated. Good on them. Chances are they'll be at at the lake, because that is an ideal location for them to be by. Breen and whoever you took with you that isn't Class 7 will notice the Jaegers that are rapidly approaching. A little late to stop getting surrounded, but surrounded nonetheless. And Elliot panicked a little bit instead of grabbing his weapon immediately. The little fine details. It's something that you just want to have in a game. Nihog! The name of usually a name suited for a dragon in, say, Final Fantasy. I'm thinking of the Final Fantasy 14 variant because I've killed it about 100 times while grinding up various classes. But Nihog here, they're a pretty high ranking corpse ghost feat. Simple logic really, they're one of the best ones. That aren't the ones that are usually hired through other means like Red Constellation or Sephir, funnily enough. And so we have to be careful because they are high up. They're not the highest of high, but high enough where it's like we might be in trouble here. We're surrounded and that's unfortunate. Supposedly they're all to the west, but if they attack, they're gonna hurt, so... And we get enemy advantaged. There is a chance on Nightmare that you just die horribly. They even cast La Forte. Oh, you see? They know what they're doing. Actually could go for a breath here. This frees up Elliot to do things.
Thanks. Thanks. My turn.
Oh yeah, we don't have any links enabled. That's not good. Can I get them all? No, definitely not. That's one of the perks of them being the way they are, actually. And same with that, because it's the same area. I could have done the flawless leadership, that probably would have been beneficial. But we got the quit. Just automatically, so...
1, 2... And death.
Right. Keep it up, everyone.
Doesn't beat because it was.
Okay.
Try and take out the one that isn't frozen. Let's over this side. Oh, we got the seal on them. That means they'll only be casting arts. Oh, ground smasher.
Let's move.
How much health does that one have? Okay, quite still a bit of it, but
Burn to
we
ash.
can deal with it.
Now's our chance.
You're done. Understood.
Let's flawless leadership now because then people get their tons and the stat boosts.
Okay.
I want to murder all of the enemies. I just wish they weren't so spread apart.
Okay.
Curse you. Let's move. Burn to ash. Fall.
Ooh, almost.
Impossible.
They died due to the freeze. And we get the kill.
Target's eliminated. Let's get going.
I've got it.
54, we get nothing out of that other than stat boosts. We did it! We defeated 3 members of a Jaeger Corps. And here comes reinforcements in the form of these things. They look like tigers with armor on. Oh, and the Jaegers get right back up, by the way. So we didn't really defeat them, but well. Never play your trump card until the very end. Yeah, fair enough. Always have a plan B. Yeah, this amount of enemies. Oh, this certainly ain't crossbow. We can't deal with that amount. But by God, it's a hawk out of nowhere with a steel chair. Or better yet, dropping off the steel chair. For a horse riding Gaius off in that distance. Man, it's a good thing he was on his way. Doing what a upgraded Grim Rider does in Heroes of Might and Magic 5, Gaius attacks all of them while moving around.
Gaius! You're here!
Nice timing.
I'm just glad I'm not too late.
Yay!
Allow me to fight at your...
Damn, they weren't alone.
I wasn't expecting a horseman to come to their aid. Well, still, if that's how you want to do things, then... This is the Nace platoon. Acknowledged. Our work is hereby complete. Our patrol is over. We're withdrawing to the watchtower.
Yeah.
The Jaegers bugger off to the watchtower under someone's orders. Noble Alliance-wise orders. Which means that we don't have to worry about them for now.
They behaved like a high-ranking Jaeger Corps to the very end. Precise and logical. But they were using a communications device.
Which means the device that is doing all of the communication blocking is selective.
It's good to see you guys.
And now we get to reunite with Gaius.
Time, Gaius. Thanks for saving us. I don't know what we would have done without you.
No thanks needed between old friends. Funny. It's only now starting to sink in that it's really you.
Yay.
I've been praying for this day to come since the day we
For a month I've been praying to you.
It brings me more joy than
Thank you,
to see
Adios.
you standing before me.
I feel the same way. When we parted, you put yourself in harm's way to protect a guy like me. Here you are doing it again.
I feel like the effect these "oh my God, Wayne, you're okay" scenes do die down in terms of impact when it has to happen several times over.
Hardship is too great to endure for the sake of you and our classmates. As sure as the wind blows on a peaceful day. Now?
Handshake!
That's one less person to worry about.
It brings me joy to see you two safe and sound as well. I wasn't expecting you to come all the way to Nord to find me.
Oh, where else would you
We found
be?
out you were here. How could we not? Although this place is so beautiful, it's almost worth coming just for the view.
Yeah, the scenery is so relaxing.
I'm happy to hear you say so.
And yet this beautiful land is gradually being engulfed by the flames of war.
Yeah. We can't just stand back and allow that to keep happening.
What do you guys say we talk more while we move? I'll guide you over to Lake Lacrima.
Ah, that's what it's called.
That's where
La
Quinn's
Quima.
cabin is.
Indeed. We've all moved over there for the time being.
I saw the
Some
future.
Miriam included.
And Gaius spores who else is here. Alyssa and Miriam.
Well, that was easy.
Now we know who the other two are. Whew.
So Milliam is okay.
You led them to
Taking Claire here when we go to Nord is great. It just
know the
adds more
You've
to
done far more for me.
the dialogue. Tova really is someone that doesn't really
But you'll
do as
see soon
much in
enough.
terms of optional lines in this bit, but suddenly
Should be the
has
fastest
more
route
in
there.
the gram due to, well, there's a basic guild there. Someone has to be operating it. No, there it is. And so they make it over to here, off screen of course, so that we can go and explore the area just off of Lake Lacrimea. I'm just going to keep pronouncing it wrong. We'll explore that area at a later point. And it would appear that Gaius' family happily welcome back Gaius. Well, his sister at least. And Charles here, as to be expected. Lakan and Fatma. I still question that name, but I'm not gonna think that's weird. I'm just gonna think, why would you call a character fat when clearly their shape is rather slender? Santa gave them a message beforehand, good on that, but obviously they've been out of contact. So they need to come up with a plan. Plan of some kind. And I need to come up with a plan to stop getting back pain an hour into streams. It happens way too often, and trust me, the pain is bearable, but certainly is going to increase over time. Where are Alyssa and Miriam? Is a good question. Where could they be? The northeastern region. We'll definitely be having to head there at some point then. And the ponderings of how the Noble Alliance still have their communications. Well, obviously they have to have some method to communicate, otherwise they'd probably be just as disorganized. At least initially. Actually no, the disorganization is just between the settlement and Sandy Gate. Otherwise, Third Armor Division's properly organized. What am I on about? May the goddess be with you all. Religion introduced to people that are foreign. Of course, Gaius now joins our party, and that means overdriving with Reen. And the settlement's facilities, just like in Cold Steel 1, the Elder Home has an orbital factory thingy, while the trading post has a shop, and of course the lodging hut allows it's called Yut? Why not just call it a hut? What? Allows to rest. And of course we can now ride horses within the settlement. We can utilise that for our fast travelling. And yes, my back is starting to kill me a little bit. I'd rather go before I'm in pain too much to carry on. So this part, I don't know how that happened. So this part is over. Hope people enjoyed. If you're watching this on Twitch, of course, the live experience is certainly one thing. Seeing the recording, on the other hand, is another thing on YouTube. if you're watching this on YouTube, do all the things you can on the social medias, because, you know, I kind of do like seeing things, and I want to one day not see my analytics go, here's the number of people from subscribers who have watched your content. 100% not subscribed. 0% subscribed. That's weird, because usually whenever someone paddles that shit, it's like, oh, 78% are subscribed. You 20-something over percent. Oh, why are you? So anyway, next time we'll go and get Alyssa and Miriam and go and deal with this whole Noble Alliance shenanigans. Until then, bye-bye.